again, ladies and gentlemen, Chaos Wolf here, and welcome back to the channel. Now, just wanted to talk to you guys briefly about Horizons again. Horizons being the upcoming expansion for Elite Dangerous, which is hopefully going to be arriving sometime around December-ish time. Now, I say this very loosely because they have just said around holiday time. But what I wanted to talk about was some misconceptions I originally had about Horizons. Now, I've got to say, I have some mixed feelings about this, but don't get me wrong, but 90% of this actually airs on the side of positive. And what I mean by this is that in Horizons, as has been stated, we're going to be starting off with being able to land on like rocky worlds, high metal content worlds, and ice worlds, all with no atmosphere, and all with no volcanism. And, well, then we found out that we're going to be able to land on, volcanism and icy volcanism planets after that, and possibly something else after that, I'm not quite sure. But the thing that I automatically assumed is that we're going to be getting all of the planet types in Horizons, going up to water worlds, ammonia worlds, and Earth-like worlds. Turns out that this isn't actually the case, and that Horizons is only going to be dealing with planets that have no atmosphere. Now, I can understand this, I really can, because these types of planets are going to be having the minimal amount of effect on the flight model of the ships. So that's going to be the least amount of work to actually get feeling right. But it's not just about the least amount of work, because I'm not trying to say that they're trying to get the easiest way out of this, because that's certainly not the case. Because this, even making these types of planets is going to be an absolutely astronomical amount of work. So what's actually going to be happening is that planetary landings are actually going to be split over 2 seasons of Elite Dangerous. Now, I know a lot of you will not be best pleased about this. I mean, I was a little bit disappointed when I first found out, but I do understand the reasoning behind it. Because just designing lifeless rocks with the bases, with the SRV, with all the skimmers and everything that all the content that they're going to have introduced. And let's not forget, this is not just going to be inside habitable space. You're going to be able to land on planets outside habitable space as well. Which brings me on to a later point, but I'll come on to that in a moment. But that's going to be such an amazing amount of work to get polished and fixed. I would rather them do this and split it up over 2 seasons, so to speak, and get it as close to perfect as possible and get the best playing experience out of it I can possibly get, rather than have them rush it and actually completely screw it up and kill the game. Now, I'm pretty sure we've all had developers make really hasty decisions and rush things through, and they've really never lived up to our expectations. And I really don't want this to happen with Elite Dangerous, because I really like this game, and I do want to be playing it for the full scope of my lifetime pass. And I don't want Frontier to rush it and kill the game. So I would rather them take their time and actually polish everything as much as possible. They've said that they want to get driving the SRV as fun as possible. They want it to be as immersive as possible. And I like the idea. I like the idea of the game being immersive, and I don't want anything that breaks this. So I am really wanting everything to be as highly developed and polished as possible. So what this means then is we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for planets with atmospheres and planets with life. Now, as you can well imagine, the amount of work that goes into creating the planets with no life and with no atmosphere, now that is a great amount of work, but that is absolutely nothing in comparison to how much work is going to go into actually creating planets with atmospheres, because first of all, it's going to have a much higher impact on the flight model of your ships. It's going to have a greater impact on how the SRV will handle not just how how your ship flies. Not just that, but we are also going to have semi-procedurally generated planets, and Frontier are going to be going into a lot more detail with this. But we're also going to have life as well. So we're going to have so many types of NPC life. We're going to have wildlife. We're going to have indigenous species and so on. And with the 400 billion star systems out there, with God knows how many of these actually having habitable planets with life on them. I mean, I'm on my current exploration trip, and I've come across quite a few planets with life. Not doing just that, like fish and so on, but on the water worlds. That is going to be absolutely crap tons amount of work, and I could not expect Frontier to actually kind of cram all this into 1 year of development. That is just no way that would happen. So I really can see the dilemma that they're in, but at the moment they're out in the public eye. There's hundreds of thousands of you guys that actually play this game. And I can really understand that not all of you are going to be best pleased about this. But the point of this video is really not only to basically let you know what's going on, but also to let you know why it would be happening. Now, I really would like to be able to talk to Frontier about this, but unfortunately, I'm not important enough. So it's not a big, it's not high on their priority list to talk to me and let me know what the hell's going on, so I can let you guys know. But oh well, that's by the by. But it would be nice to be able to allay a bit more of your kind of misgivings about this. Because I know a lot of you are going to have this, but I'd just like to say that I do understand why Frontier are doing what they're doing. They are very, very passionate about their game, and they want it to be perfect. I mean, David Braden's been making these games since 1984. And that is a long time. 1984 is the year after I was born. So I was 1 when he actually finished his first game. So he's been making games for my entire lifespan. That's just to put this into some context for you guys. But yes, I do understand why they're doing what they're doing, why they're making their decisions, and how this is going. So, like I said, I do really think that I have gotten the most out of actually buying this lifetime pass. And yes, I have actually taken the plunge and bought the lifetime pass on my main account. I haven't bought it on the Ducky account because that's way too much money to drop twice. But oh well. Hopefully I will be able to pick it up later on. If not, I may just buy the updates as they come along with Ducky, because I don't need beta access for Ducky. But we'll see how it goes. But speaking about planetary landings, I'm basically waiting now until after planetary landings is released to go on my next exploration trip, which I'm planning to go to the, basically I'm going to go past Sagittarius A up until the northern-ish in quotation marks, part of the universe. And Commander Dark Widow is also planning to do the same said thing. And we're actually going to go out in our Anacondas, take our SRVs with us, and actually go and explore the distant stars. So that is going to be really awesome, and I cannot wait for that. But anyway guys, I really hope you did enjoy this video and you have basically found it enlightening and interesting. If so, please do hit that big like button. It really does help the channel out. And if you haven't already, please do join the Wolfpack by hitting that subscribe button. You'll get notifications from whenever I release new videos. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.